Okay, let's read through it. What number must be added to both terms of the fraction? Well, I don't know what the number is. I'm just going to say x is the number, right? X is the number that's to meet this stated condition. So I want to go through that, right? So I'm going to add x to the top member, and I'm going to add x to the bottom member. And that's your question. What number must be added to both members of that fraction to make it equal to c over d, right? So I'm going to say that's pretty easy to solve, and I'm going to go through that for you. That's going to be what? AD plus XD equals BC plus XC. All right, let's keep going. It's going to be AD. I'm solving for x, by the way, because the what number part. AD minus BC. And I think I can handle this just by writing it down. It's going to be x, and then it's going to be C minus D. I'm going to solve for x. What's x going to be equal to? AD. Whoops, I made a mistake there. Got to correct it. Let's see, AD minus BC over C minus D. All right? So let me just show you where this is in the key. I wrote this down over here, and then I did this over here. All right? So that kind of, I really think it's really a simple problem. And all we did was we read this over here. That's all we did. We wrote it down. Let me get my eraser out. I'm kind of done with that. But I got to be honest with you, it's really what they're asking to think about it. And that's what I say about algebra. Algebra's kind of devoid when you get to an answer. You stop thinking about it. You say, oh, I got an answer. Now they're asking to think about the answer, right? So they're asking for 3 cases to think about over here. What I'd recommend is you think about it, all right? So, you know, if if A over B equals C over D, and C is not equal to D, here x equals 0, all right? All right, so I want to point out what, C not equal to D, it basically has to do with this over here, or a division by 0. All right, that's easy to think about, that one over there. Let's do the next one. What if C does equal D? And AB is not equal to C over D. I'm on to B now. Let me get my eraser out. All right, I want to point out if C is equal to D, right, a more complicated problem, by the way. Right, C is equal to D. I hope you realize that C can't be 0 and D can't be 0. All right, a division by 0 then, right? But they go on to say that A over B is not equal to that. And again, bottom line, I mean, think about this. That's what they're asking you to do. They're asking you to think about it. Not easy to think through it, but we want to think about it. Let's go to C. That's the third thing they're asking me to do. Again, it requires thinking. They say if C equals D and AB over CD, here, just thinking about it, clearly A, B, and C can't be 0, all right? And A, right, X can't be minus A. Again, we're asking you to think. What's the problem with thinking? I hate to say this about algebra. Sometimes it's actually devoid of thinking. You get to this place over here, and you say, I'm done. Now they're asking you to think about it. All right, I do recommend you think about it. What's hard about this? Everything is an abstraction. What A is, what B is, what C is, what D is, what X is. Everything's an abstraction. Thinking's important now. Thank you.